Are you a civil engineer or a civil engineering major wondering which area of civil engineering to specialize in? Then look no further. In this video, I'll go over the top 5 civil engineering specializations to take and what their typical day looks like. I was a civil engineering major back in college, and when I got to junior year and I had to make a decision for which civil engineering specialization to take, I was very overwhelmed with the many options that were there, and part of the reason why I have this channel, the Neutral Axis, is to answer many of the questions that I had back then when I was in college. So in no particular order, let's go over the top 5 civil engineering specializations. The first civil engineering specialization that I'll go over is structural engineering. And this is not only my favorite one, it's actually the specialization that I took back in college. Structural engineers are responsible for designing and overseeing the construction of buildings, bridges, and infrastructure projects such as pipelines and dams. But structural engineers are not only responsible for new construction. In general, structural engineers are responsible for the safety of the built environment. And other responsibilities of structural engineers also include investigations of structural failures, identifying problems, then assessing the conditions of existing structures, and provide recommendations for remediation of any structural deficiency that may exist in any structure and put the general public at risk. Structural engineers work closely with project teams to manage many aspects of the construction process, starting with preliminary design all the way down to final inspections, and ensure that structures are built in accordance with construction drawings and specifications. A typical day of a structural engineer may include performing hand calculations, running structural analysis models, designing building structures, attending coordination meetings with other project consultants such as mechanical engineers and architects, and drafting the structural designs into construction drawings that will later be used to build the structure. So if any of this appeals to you, then structural engineering is for you. Next, we have geotechnical engineering. And geotechnical engineers deal with the interaction of earth materials and the built environment. Their day-to-day responsibilities include soil subsurface investigations to determine the type of soil available on a site, their engineering properties, and the impact of such soil may have on a new development. Geotechnical engineers typically evaluate, analyze, and design works related to the stability of natural slopes, building foundations, retaining walls, and other structures that interact directly with soil and water. This specialization is probably one of the most demanding in civil engineering because as you start your career as a geotechnical engineer, you will be out in the field in different weather conditions, collecting soil borings information, performing or monitoring soil tests, and eventually writing technical reports on your findings. So if you're all about getting out of the office, being out in the field, getting that field exposure, then geotechnical engineering is a great option, especially if you love dirt. If you're a people's person and generally enjoy conflict resolutions and being out in the field seeing a structure being built, then construction management is for you. A civil engineer in construction management can be a person that fills up many shoes in order to ensure that the construction is going smoothly in accordance to construction drawings and specifications, and above all things, within budget and time constraints. A typical day of a civil engineer in construction management will include resolving any blockers or conflicts that may delay the daily flow of operations in a construction site. Part of the daily responsibilities will include coordinating with other construction parties such as architects and engineers, subcontractors, consultants, and inspectors to ensure that all the construction is going according to the construction drawings and specifications, and discuss any issue that may come up in a construction site that may require their feedback. It is the most tangible specialization in civil engineering because you get to see projects of any size brought from a set of construction drawings into reality. In my opinion, construction management will help you in developing a broader set of skills such as how to effectively communicate and coordinate with others, and how to keep up with anything that comes up on a construction site, which are skills that you can take with you anywhere that you go in any career that you may want to pursue later in life. So if you enjoy working with people, resolving conflicts, and being out in the field, then construction management is for you. If you get joy from systems and get excited about offering access and opportunities to different communities, then transportation engineering is for you. Transportation engineers are responsible for providing systems that allow the movement of goods and people, all while improving the quality of life and with regard to the environment. A typical day may consist of developing new technologies and systems to improve the way that we navigate our roads, reducing traffic and congestion, improving the public transportation system of an urban city, making freight transportation and logistics more efficient, all for the benefit of society in an efficient, low-cost, and environmentally friendly manner. So if you care about efficiency and providing access to different communities via the means of transportation, then transportation engineering is for you. Last but not least, we have water resources. Water resources engineers are responsible for designing and developing water resources infrastructure projects such as water treatment facilities, drainage canals, irrigation systems, and hydraulic structures such as reservoirs and floodways. Part of their day-to-day includes the investigation and remediation of potential water resource issues, the implementations of water quality management systems to monitor the conditions of existing water resources infrastructure. Water resources engineers are often tasked with the responsibility of conducting assessments and investigating and remediating potential water resources issues, writing technical reports based on their findings, preparing construction documents and permit applications to bring these water-based infrastructure projects to life. So if you're passionate about the management and the health of our water needs and resources, then water resources engineering is for you. There you have it, the top 5 specializations to take in civil engineering. Taking a specific specialization is not an easy decision, and I really hope and encourage that you do not take this decision lightly. Please consider doing further research into the specialization of civil engineering that you want to pursue, as specializing in a specific area of civil engineering will not only give you a deeper understanding and hands-on skills of such a specialization, but will also make you more marketable and profitable in your career as a civil engineer. If you found value in this video, please consider hitting the like button and leaving a comment down below about which area of civil engineering you're considering taking. If you have any questions or any comments as to what type of content you would like to see in this channel, please consider leaving a comment down below. And don't forget to subscribe to The Neutral Axis. Thank you for watching. This is Wilson at The Neutral Axis. Until the next time.